Hello, Sabre Nation. I'm Adam Vandevrede, the School Resource Officer here at Sartell High School. And today I'd like to talk to you about parking here at our high school. We have two lots here, the main lot and we have the west lot, which is down by the tennis courts. How do I park at the high school if I'm a student? Well, there's a couple different ways. Both lots, the main lot and the west lot, are paid lots. So that means that students need to register and pay for a parking spot. If you do not have a parking spot here at the high school, the other options are out on the street. How do I get a parking spot at the high school? Well, just before school begins, there's a registration that students fill out, and in the main lot, the parking spots are numbered, so students actually get to pick a spot that they would like when they register and pay. That student then has that spot for the entire school year. Down at the west lot, those spots are reserved, however, those spots are not numbered, so it's as a first come, first served basis. How much is a parking spot? Well, in the main lot, for the entire school year, a parking space is $50. Down at the west lot, for the school year, it's $30. During the school year, any spots that are still open go on a prorated system. Now, let me tell you, each year at the high school, the main lot gets sold out pretty quickly. The west lot, usually there's spots available, but however, as our school district has grown and the number of students that we have and student drivers, the west lot is also selling out. When registering for a parking spot, seniors are given priority to pick their spots first, then juniors, and then sophomores. Typically sophomores get their driver's licenses and that in the springtime, but there are a few sophomores at the beginning of the school year that do have their driver's licenses and can purchase a parking permit. Once you register and pay, you will be given a parking permit which is hung up in your rear view mirror. Now in the main lot, you'll have a number on your parking tag that is specific to your parking spot. Down in the west lot, like I said, those spots are not numbered, so it is a first come, first served basis. You will still get a parking tag that needs to be hung in your rear view mirror. Potential problems that arise for parking for students and faculty is when students who do not have a parking permit park in the parking lot and take up other students' parking spaces. Some students who don't have parking permits also park in faculty parking areas and also visitor parking. Students, you aren't visitors, you are students, so visitor parking is for visitors only. Faculty parking is for faculty only. One thing that's very upsetting to students who have parking permits is when students that don't are parking in their parking spots. As I said earlier, down in the west lot, that lot is typically not sold out. However, this year for the first time, that lot was sold out. So there are a lot of students who park down in the west lot who don't have parking permits, which creates problems for those who do have parking permits. A few other problems that we have with parking is fire lanes. Students are not allowed, nor are other motorists allowed to park in fire lanes. Down in the shop area, Mr. Phillips has a parking pass system. If you're taking auto mechanics, he will assign you a pass so that you are able to park in the limited number of parking spots by the shop area. Students who take auto mechanics and are assigned a parking pass doesn't mean that that student can park there all day. There are different blocks that the student is allowed to park in that area when they have that class. So that can create a potential problem when students are parking there all day. Some students drop off things such as metal, wood, and other things, and will bring trailers and such, and will kind of block up the area by the auto shop. You've got to keep in mind that If there is an emergency and emergency vehicles have to get into the lot and get over by the auto shop, all that needs to be opened up for traffic. So students, please observe the signs that are in the parking lot, such as handicap, fire lane, visitor, and faculty parking. These areas are reserved for those designated drivers. So as a student, what do I do if somebody is parked in my parking spot? Well, you can either write down the license plate number of that car or take a picture of the license plate on your cell phone. Then you can bring it to my office where I can run the license plate and find out who that person is that's parked in your spot, and I can get them to move. After you write down the license plate number or take a picture of the license plate, you can then park in visitors. But remember, this is only temporary. Bring the license plate number to the office where it'll be brought to my attention. I can run that license plate to find out who's parking in your spot and have them move. The sooner you do this, the better. That way we can get the problem resolved fairly quickly. Another potential problem in the parking lot is in the morning before school and after school. The potential problem is speed. Sometimes we're in a rush to get to school because we're running a little bit behind, and then of course we're excited to get out of school at the end of the day, so we're in a hurry to get out of here. We might be going home, we might be going to work or practice, and you need to get there. But remember, you need to get there safely. So please observe the speed limit, which in the parking lot is 10 miles per hour. You never know when a car might be pulling away from a curb, backing out of a parking spot, or pedestrian traffic in the parking lot. Just remember to slow down, take your time, and be safe. In closing, I'd like to thank you for your time for watching and listening to this video.